Watermelon is a fruit that's full of water, but do you know how to eat it without getting your hands wet or sticky? Hello, my dear friends. I'm Tracy from the Tracy Tips channel. Summer is here, and you'll almost always find a few slices of bright red, sweet watermelon on every family's fruit platter. It's not only refreshing, but also a great energy booster. But honestly, every time I cut watermelon for the whole family, especially the kids, it turns the dining table into a complete battlefield. Sticky hands, red-stained faces, watermelon juice all over the place, attracting flies and making everything messy and unhygienic. Ever since I discovered a few simple but clean and classy ways to cut watermelon, everything has completely changed. Today, I'll show you how to cut watermelon beautifully, neatly, and conveniently, so you can enjoy it without worrying about sticky hands. Let's get started. Method 1. Grid cut watermelon. Simple, clean, and family-friendly. The first method is the grid cut. Very simple and extremely convenient. Start by slicing the watermelon in half horizontally. If it's a ripe one, just a gentle push with the knife will split it in two with a satisfying crack sound that's so refreshing. Wow, what a red watermelon! If you also want to choose fresh and delicious watermelon like that, check out my channel, where there is also a video sharing how to choose delicious watermelon. Next, place 1/2 cut side down on the cutting board, with the rind facing up. Use a knife to slice it vertically into even strips. If you have little ones at home, you can slice thinner pieces so they can easily hold them without getting their faces messy. Watermelon contains up to 92% water, making it perfect for hydration and cooling down on hot summer days. It's also low in calories, making it a great choice for older adults watching their weight. Once the vertical slices are done, turn and slice across to create small square cubes in a grid pattern. It might look fancy, but it's actually quick and tidy. No messy juices flooding the cutting board like with traditional cuts. The melon pieces are even, and when eating, you just need to pull out each piece to fully enjoy its sweet flavor. This method is especially great for family meals or when entertaining guests. Everyone can chat and enjoy cool, sweet watermelon bites without a mess or interruption. When you serve a tray of neat, clean-cut watermelon squares, guests will surely admire your handy skills. Method 2. Diced watermelon. Next, let's try a very neat and convenient way to cut watermelon into small cubes, like diced fruit. Did anyone hear that and picture tiny little pieces? Well, it's not exactly like that. This new cutting method makes the pieces compact and easy to eat, and it's especially useful when you want to enjoy each bite of watermelon without worrying about dripping juice or getting your hands sticky. First, slice the watermelon in half. Then, cut one of the halves into 4 evenly sized pieces. Next, carefully use a knife to remove the rind. After that, slice the watermelon into small, evenly sized squares. To make the cubes more uniform and easier to handle, you can do what I do. Cut diagonally across the surface of each slice. Watermelon is rich in lycopene, a powerful antioxidant that helps protect the heart and skin and slows the aging process. So ladies, don't miss out on this delicious fruit during summertime. A quick tip: try to cut the watermelon into bite-sized pieces, not too big, so you can easily eat them with a fork or your fingers without worrying about juice dripping everywhere. Once you're done, you'll have clean, neatly cut watermelon cubes, perfectly arranged on a plate, ready for the whole family to enjoy without any mess. This method is also great for when guests come over or when serving kids. Method 3. Triangle slices. If you're looking for another way to cut watermelon that's both attractive and convenient to eat, you should try the triangle cut method. It's a traditional way to slice watermelon, but with a little finesse, you'll get fun, appealing pieces that look like popsicles. Kids absolutely love them. First, when you cut the melon into circles, you will get slices like this. Each slice becomes a watermelon wheel. Then, cut each round into 6 to 8 even triangle wedges, depending on the size of the watermelon and your family's preferences. Next, to make it easier to hold and to avoid getting your hands sticky, use a knife to trim the rind slightly on both sides of each triangle, cutting away the excess rind. This creates a small built-in handle in the middle of each wedge, just like holding a cold, refreshing ice pop. It's neat, easy to eat, and you don't have to touch the juicy flesh with your fingers. What's more, this method keeps the juice from running onto the table or your face. You can arrange these triangle slices nicely on a plate to serve guests or let the kids enjoy them. No sticky mess, just fun, tidy slices that feel like eating a frozen treat. Simple, practical, and so eye-catching, don't you think? Method 4. Heart-shaped watermelon. If you want a presentation that's romantic and elegant, perfect for special occasions like birthdays, anniversaries, or simply a sweet meal with your loved one, then this heart-shaped watermelon cutting method is the perfect choice. First, slice the watermelon into crescent-shaped pieces, meaning you cut the watermelon horizontally, then cut those slices in half to create half-moon shapes. Next, use a knife to gently trim the edge of each piece to create soft, curved lines that look both graceful and beautiful. Then, in the center of each watermelon piece, carefully carve a shallow heart-shaped groove. It doesn't need to be deep, just enough to make the shape stand out and add a subtle but meaningful detail. Next, cut them into bite-sized pieces. What could be more wonderful than seeing bright red, heart-shaped watermelon pieces full of sweetness? This cutting method not only makes your watermelon dish more special, but also expresses the care and love you put into preparing it. Soft, refreshing watermelon in the shape of little hearts is sure to make everyone smile with happiness. Sometimes, just a little creative touch can turn a familiar dish into something truly memorable. Eating watermelon every day can add a variety of nutrients like vitamin A, vitamin C, and potassium, which are good for your eyesight, immune system, and blood pressure. Especially on hot, stuffy days, eating a slice of watermelon feels like your body is being replenished with water and regaining energy after a tiring day of work. Method 5. Boat-style watermelon slices. This final method is perfect when you have guests over or for small parties, because it looks beautiful and makes it easy for everyone to pick up with their hands or a toothpick. It's called the boat-style watermelon cut. First, slice the watermelon into crescent-shaped pieces, just like the method above. Then, gently separate the red flesh from the green rind, but be careful to keep the overall shape intact. Once it's detached, simply slice the watermelon flesh into thin, even pieces. Finally, place the slices back onto the rind in their original position, arranging them in a staggered pattern to look like little boats lined up in a row. When served on a platter, it looks incredibly eye-catching and inviting. Now it's time to enjoy the results. So fresh and sweet, it's absolutely delightful. Oh, and here's a little tip. If you don't finish all the watermelon at once, make sure to wrap the rest tightly in plastic wrap and store it in the refrigerator to keep it from drying out or getting contaminated. It's a simple but effective way to maintain both freshness and presentation, and it makes it easy to grab a piece with your fingers or a toothpick without juice dripping all over. And that wraps up the 5 ways Tracy just shared to cut watermelon beautifully, cleanly, and conveniently. No messy juice spills, no sticky hands for the little ones, and no awkward moments for guests. Each cutting method has its own unique convenience, perfect for different occasions, from cozy family meals to friendly get-togethers. I hope these small tips help you enjoy your watermelon in a way that's more fun, tidy, and elegant this summer. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to click like, subscribe to Tracy Tips, and share it with your loved ones. This is Tracy, wishing you good health and a summer as cool and sweet as that very first bite of watermelon.